Hello, it's me, Viniscus, and I'm here with the first official coverage of the Mixed Space Open. That's right, this time, real tournament game. None of that scrimmage stuff. Yeah, playing Jugger versus Jugger is fun and all, but let's get to the serious games here, you know. This is hughgazi and junovicz. Hughgazi is a good friend of Chimp's, a good friend of mine, and you know what they say, a friend in need is a friend indeed. If you're watching, thanks. Hughgazi is also probably my 99th or 100th sub, so this is all thanks to him, probably. Junovicz, he browsed the Discord or something. I'm pretending I'm saying something nice about him, okay? I said nice things about hughgazi. Picking Jake versus Adder. I think Jake versus Adder is the most common matchup that we have. Even more common than Adder versus Adder. Adder, super common, tier 4 pick, really easy, just like a fundamental CO. But for whatever reason, Jake versus Adder ended up being really, really popular. I want to break down maybe who picked which. I wonder if like top level players are more likely to pick one or the other. It'd be kind of interesting to know. But I am breaking that down. I am breaking that stuff down for you guys at the end of the round. I should have all the like pick information and stuff like that. It'll be cool to know. Let's get this started. So yeah, this is the standard opening, I think. I don't think that anybody has a choice in terms of like the first 2 turns that they have. This is a choice. You can have the infantry that you create here go towards the city over there, but this is a sensible decision. Okay, so Junovicz not seeming to contest the mountain city at all. This is really weird. Junovicz has more or less control of the entire center, it feels like. I mean, besides this tank being right here. But being on top of this airport and this airport so early seems really good. I mean, this isn't a dangler. I don't know if hughgazi should have built the tank here. It seems like building the tank here is really good because he needs to secure this airport. Hughgazi's getting this mountain airport, the north one, which is the one that he's less likely to get, and he's not even seemingly looked at the south one. Neither is Junovicz, in all fairness. Okay, so this is a really successful push. This was really well done by Junovicz to retake this city here. This is a cool dilemma that Junovicz is forcing as well. You either stop the cap with this tank, or you stop this attack onto the city. Does not feel good. Junovicz now defending the mountain city that was being taken in the north. Got a tank out to perhaps counterattack. Okay, yeah, this also forces this tank to... This 7 HP infantry that made the attack onto this capping infantry right here has forced this. If this tank wants to stop, okay, no, it can move all the way around, which is sort of funny. Can do it in either direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 56. No, not quite. Can do it in one direction. But you guys got to see that if that's the play that he decides to go with, I suppose. There's no guarantee of that. Hughgazi has a really massive income lead. Day 6, 13, or well, he only got some of these cities this turn, I suppose. But I'm pretty sure that Hughgazi had an income lead. Where do you take this tank? What? I guess he wants to maintain the income advantage for as long as he can. Hughgazi has enough infantry, I suppose, to fight back this dangler before this airport comes under Junovicz's control. This is not a good situation for Hughgazi. This is basically exactly what he needed to avoid. This isn't good either. I hope Hughgazi doesn't get baited into attacking this 3 HP infantry. This isn't the right thing to do here. Even aggressing on this base while Junovicz is continuing to make tanks from it seems like a mistake. Seems like it's better to divert funds to the opposite side of the map and just go for a base trade. I think that is what you do in this map. I don't think you base trade in the way that I thought that you did initially. That I hoped that wouldn't happen. You can't go for this base here that has the airport next to it, but you can definitely base trade this city by the roads. The road base, as it's called. The road base, I think, is totally vulnerable to a base trade. I think that's what you should do on this map. I'm starting to believe that. Maybe I'll get proven wrong. I'll see what the top players do, but I'm pretty sure that they base trade. I've been paying a little bit of attention. Hughgazi is really concerned with the south side, but I just don't think that... I don't think that the south side Beehopper is going to do anything. Okay, it didn't get baited in attacking the 3 HP infantry capping this city. That's really good. Happy to see that. Junovicz is just a bully. It seems like you can just send infantry over here like endlessly and neither side can cap it, which is really funny. It's really surprising to me that Hughgazi seems to still have a funds lead here. Okay, so here comes the Sidewinder. Is this just... No, this was already possible. Oof. Yeah, it doesn't feel like junovicz might be like a pretty good adder player. Whenever I play adder, I always feel like I'm missing something. Like I just don't get it. But he just popped the power to get a little bit more damage onto the tank that was sitting on hughgazi's road base. And now I think that hughgazi isn't anywhere close to being able to do the base trade on the opposite side, so this seems like it's just a totally lost cause. This was just a mistake. The 2 HP infantry couldn't do anything. I know that hughgazi is relatively new to the website. Just like a once upon a time casual advanced force player, much like myself. But it would have been way better to just hit some other infantry that didn't have 2 HP. Like that unit with having 2 HP is just not going to do anything. Just hurt his funds in some other way. You measured in funds, right? Like you would have done how much damage? Let's see here. Yeah, you would have done like 700 funds worth of damage, but you just gave up 500 funds by hitting something that you would only do 200 funds of damage to. Especially in this spot, it's not like it's really blocking anything for you or for junovicz. Okay, junovicz. Okay, so it doesn't even have to block this anymore. That's smart stuff. I don't know if I would have thought about that in this sort of circumstance. You know, having 2 airports on this map actually makes it so that base trading early is not nearly as bad. Now, that's not to say that I think that this base trade going on right now is not absolutely devastating. It is. But the double airport really does give you some amount of flexibility, just because it gives you at least some other place to create unit value on the map. You can transform your funds into positioning on the map. Thinking about it, if you somehow got enough, I wonder how good early battleships are here. If you get this port and you get this battleship, you can threaten the road base, can't you? Maybe I shouldn't be saying this stuff out loud. Maybe this is what you get if you're still in a game, or your game hasn't started yet. Maybe I should censor myself. Early battleship on a hybrid theory? We're playing this tier 0 next time. Bring grit. That's a joke. This isn't a good situation. No, this isn't a good situation. Maybe, yeah, no, hughgazi might have the block rock. And if you got to block rock, I don't think that's that bad. Okay, so now junovicz has a base advantage, which is more or less a win condition. What's he trying to build for? The side slip? Ah. He wants to hit the copter. He wants to hit that copter, of course. I knew that. Yeah, that's what I was expecting. This is actually devastating because it's on the airport. This is going to take away a lot of hughgazi's funds next turn. Yeah, and hughgazi does resign at that point. Not too surprising. It was still pretty good. A lot of cool stuff from junovicz. hughgazi still learning the game in some ways. I think has appreciated that in a lot of ways unit health is more valuable than raw units. Like the play down south targeting that 2 HP infantry is like a good example of that, and also using 3 infantry to kill 1 infantry is like, it's I want to call it a wasteful play, but that sounds really mean. I get it. You want to get it off the board. I respect that, but just consider that low HP units in advanced wars, they both deal less damage and take more damage from other units. So just getting them down to low health is generally enough. Well played from junovicz and hughgazi. Real fun looking at it. Really like this map. Looking forward to seeing what other folks have come up with. I'm really gonna be tearing through the replays, seeing who's brave enough to build a battleship here and try to use that to take the road base. I doubt anybody is, but a man could dream, right? Anyways, I'm gonna do maybe one more, and then I'm gonna hit the hay after that. Good luck.